I'm Kate with Follain, and this is Annie, a friend of Follain, and today we're going to walk you guys through a quick, easy, rosy-hued look that you can use on any day. So you do not need a ton of time or a ton of products to make this look happen. And we're going to use about 5, and I'll walk you through the steps on Annie, and we'll get started. So the first thing I like to start with is the eyes, and Ilya makes these great silken shadow sticks. So here's what they look like. I'm using 2 different shades today for my look on Annie. The shades are Next to You, and the other shade is And She Was. So before we get started on the eyes, I just want to mention a few things we did to prep Annie's skin before we start. So Annie is wearing Vapor Foundation, she's wearing a little bit of RMS Cover Up, and she's wearing a little bit of Tata Harper Illuminating Moisturizer. So we'll have all of those linked in the video below, but it kind of gives her a nice palette to start our look. She's also wearing Jane Iredale mascara in Black Ice. So I like to start with the eyes so that we can clean them up if we get messy or have any issues. And I'm going to start with this darker color, Next to You. And this is really great because it twists up like that, and it comes out really creamy. So you just close your eyes. I'm going to start on like the lower lid, and I'm not going to go too high. I'm just going to cover her lid, and then I'm going to use my finger just to pat it in.
Does this work better than a powder?
You know, it's personal preference. I personally like how creamy this looks. I think it's like a little more effortless. And it blends really easily with other colors. So I'm just going to tap that in. And then I'm going to go in with this other product, the And She Was shade, and it's a little lighter. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to go on your inner lid, and this helps kind of open up the eye. It helps open up and brighten it. I'm just going to do a little bit under the brow bone. I don't want to be too dramatic, but I want the colors to blend. I'm going to do the same thing, actually, that's perfect, on this side. And I'm going kind of just up into the lower part of the brow. So these colors play really nicely with each other. Go ahead and open up. Awesome. The other thing I'm going to do is go back to this darker color. And if you look up, I'm just going to go underneath the lid. So if you don't want to do like a harsh eyeliner on your lower lash, but you do want like a little more definition, this is a great way to do it. So super subtle, but it still kind of brings your full eye look together. Awesome. All right, so the next thing I'm going to move to is this RMS Lip to Cheek color. We're using Modest, and while this was made to be used for both lips and cheek, we're just going to use this shade for cheeks today.
I love that it's a 2-in-1.
Yes, it's super easy. On lazy days, I use one product for everything, and it's super fast. So if you can just smile, I'm going to, these are the apples of your cheeks, and I'm going to place the product kind of liberally on there. We want to look really rosy. If you get too much, you just keep blending. It's always easy to add more with this product. It's pretty much foolproof. And smile one more time. And I like to go a little more rosy in the winter too, because I think winter washes us all out a tad. And now we're ready to start the lips. So I'm going to be using an RMS color again. It's another lip to cheek. It's called Diabolique. Super dark. A lot of people are intimidated by this shade, but you shouldn't. It turns into a really nice like winterberry look. So I'm just applying something with a little applicator, but you can totally use your fingers. I like to put some product on my fingers before I apply, and then just part your lips. We'll try it with our fingers. So it comes out pretty rosy. You can totally build up the color to build color intensity, but if you're still experimenting and still getting used to some of the brighter colors, this is a nice product to play with. And then open just a little wider. I'm just gonna make sure we get the inner corners of your lips. And I like how this looks because it doesn't look too perfectly made up. It looks lived in, and it looks really, it just looks a little subtle and effortless. Go ahead and just push your lips together.
Ooh, it feels nice.
Yeah. And then, if you need to at all, you can always just kind of clean up the edges. I'm just gonna do that a tad there. And you can also blot. I'm blotting a little bit to help the product stain a little bit, which will help it stay a little longer. All right, so we have one last step. Highlighter is what I like to do last. There's a really great highlighting serum by Maya Chia. We're using the shade The Golden Hour. I'm gonna put this kind of all over just to give you a little bit extra dew and glow and kind of round out like a rosy look. Great. So it comes in a dropper. I'm gonna just put a couple drops in my hand. You don't wanna go overboard with this stuff. I'm gonna mix it together so it looks like really nice on your fingers, and we're just gonna pat it into the skin. I like to go a little bit over the brow bones. You really don't need that much. I already put some like on the inner corners of your eye with the eyeshadow sticks. I'm keeping this on the upper part of the face, the upper brow or cheekbones. And I'm gonna touch a little bit down the bridge of your nose. And then I'm gonna use just a little bit more right above your Cupid's bow to help draw the light to your lips. So there is our super easy rosy hued look.